Hello and welcome to another update from Students Netherlands. My name is Kay, and in this video I want to talk about why as a foreigner you will most likely not find a job after studying at saxion in Netherlands. So let's get started. And also, if this is your first time coming to my channel, make sure you watch some of the highly detailed um, videos I've made regarding this place called saxion, which is not a university. So in this video, I want to lay out that you, as someone who's trying to go to a college, trying to look at all these rankings in the world, because your future is impacted by a place that you study in, okay? Because in which country you study in, and which university that you go to, that can have impact how far can you bring your study and learning and your career, your future, essentially. So saxion is not a university, it's a hogeschool, which is something I've talked about in my previous videos. You as a foreigner, if you think that you will go to saxion and maybe you will get sponsorship or get some job right away, it's highly unlikely. One of the problems is a language. Here in Netherlands, a lot of governmental agencies, private industries, they serve their clients everything in Dutch. It's Dutch first country, which is perfectly fine. But for foreigners, it it keeps them behind from securing a job. You're not going to become fluent at a level where you can operate um, in a workplace where you can deal with your colleagues and with the customers in Dutch, with courtesy and with knowledge and the vocabulary that you need in order to speak the language at a native level. So you're not going to get that in 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, uh, because it takes longer than that. So for that reason, one reason, you will be uh, taken at a lower level of the hiring hierarchy. Okay, so that's one reason. Secondly, this is something I've made clear. Hogeschool is not considered a place where they expect some people to be really helpful or knowledgeable or skillful even. So unless you're doing, I don't know what you're doing. So maybe nursing. I think for nursing it's okay because the university doesn't provide, and physiotherapy, I think it's one of them. I think yeah, that's something you can do. But other than that, if you want to do uh, computer science, this is not the place to go. Okay. Secondly, visa issues. So this is the issue that will keep you restricted as to where you can work, and your option is that you would want to work for anybody who can give you sponsorship to help you get a working visa. And a lot of the companies in the whole of Europe will actually not like you that you need sponsorship. A lot of the job openings you see, it will clearly state, sometimes not state, but be the case that they will not go and try to sponsor you because it's costly, it takes some time, and it locks the employer down with you. Okay, because let's say a company try to sponsor you and then you say, yeah, this person, he's not really delivering, and so we're stuck now because we made a contract with this person, and they don't want to get into all of that. So that's second problem. um, Now this is something, it's a touchy subject, but racism is in every country. If you're a foreigner from east to west, west to east, you will come across a racism in a good way, in a bad way, but it can work against you. Even if you have a foreign last name, when employers are looking down their CV and they see, a name from a different country. I don't want to name any countries, but we have in Netherlands we have people immigrated for various reasons, fleeing war or just coming for economic reasons, and then they are subject to discrimination, and going for a job is not any different. So people here proudly say, "Oh, we are not racist," but their actions and their words can be, which is in Europe, people are blindfolded to the fact. They say, "Oh, all the racism is in America." We don't have racism because here the racism is actually under the rug, because people don't even want to talk about it because they don't want to accept or become make it a discussion that they could be doing something that may deem as racism or discrimination or bringing inequality to the others. They don't want to have that. So that's something. This is in the whole of Europe. We've seen how things have turned out when there are boats coming, and then boats have been pulled back into in the international water, try to keep out the refugees. I'm a person who believes in inclusivity, and migration is a natural course of life. But with that comes a situation where in the work job application, they would want somebody, one of their own. Oh, the culture is the same. Oh, they understand the language better. They can do the job much better. Okay, so even if you have a degree, you have some minus points going for it. So that's all I would say on this matter. And lastly, I want to talk about coming back to the saxion being a terrible place. I found some of the Trustpilot reviews for you, and you can read them here. Also, there are many websites which provide reviews, and this one particular website, I don't have it on the hand, but it had all 5 stars. Believe me, it had 5 stars going for saxion, and I said, well, that can't be happening. So I tried to post a review of my own into that website, and guess what? That review was never posted. Okay, so saxion is doing a hell of a good job trying to promote and promote as a good place to go. Their marketing is their focus is on marketing, because once they get a student in, the student is pretty much stuck. Okay, some students leave in the first year, but then when you're in the second year, then it makes it very difficult for you to leave, because then for students have already invested and they're kind of stuck. So for that reason, please be aware to understand where it will lead you if you go to such a place, a hogeschool. There are many hogesschools in Netherlands. This one in particular has managed to have few campuses around the city, so they can show off their campuses. But you know what? If their teaching is not up to the standard, especially for the software engineering track, I don't recommend it at all. So with that, thanks for watching. There are more videos coming, so do subscribe. If you have a question, and if you're trying to find a college or get some information from Netherlands, email me. Email is in the description. I will get back to you within a day or two. And yeah, I will see you in the next video, in which I'm probably gonna talk about the stuff that you should learn and you can learn on YouTube and become a better programmer, and you can gather much more of a portfolio that you can actually be sponsored by a company here. Because I've had a friend from India. That guy, he had no software engineering degree. That guy did electrical engineering in India in a free school, and then he did some course with programming, and he worked in the industry in India for a couple of years, and he was directly sponsored by one of the ING bank branches in Amsterdam, and he worked there as a programmer. He didn't do this degree, and trust me, if you do this degree, ING will never employ you because they know what this program is about. They can maybe offer you an internship, which is more or less unpaid, or maybe 500 euro a month, with which you can't really pay your rent. But they will never give you employment. They will never give you sponsorship. So here what I'm trying to tell you is that a skill is much more important than having a paper, because paper doesn't prove you know something or you learn something, because you can copy paste and pass, and that's what's happening. You can copy your colleagues, you can copy from the internet, because you submit assignment, you pass, oh yeah, I pass, I'm going forward. But if I go and ask students some programming questions or some technologies that are happening today which are sought after by employers, if you know those technologies, they will sponsor you, they will hire you. Nobody knows here. They don't know. You could be in the 4th year and you're unemployable, basically. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.